If you're a Big Ten team who did not schedule a Power 5 opponent in 2025, you are being blasted by me personally right here at the Voice of College Football. Save Northwestern. Coach David Braun, Wildcats, we're taking it easy on you because of Tulane on the schedule. Let's break it down right here at the Voice of College Football. Please leave those comments and questions down below. As we break down the 2025 schedule, we see a date in New Orleans for Northwestern against Tulane, a team that's obviously been one of the better Group of 5 programs for quite some time under Willie Fritz and now John Sumrall. 9-3 this past season. Northwestern is 1-3 all-time against Tulane. The teams last met, though, in 1956. September 6th, it's Western Illinois in Evanston to take on the Wildcats. This program lost to Indiana this past season 77-3. Then it's on into Big Ten play on September 13th as Northwestern hosts Oregon. The Ducks and the Wildcats got together once, and at least until September 13th, Northwestern leads the series 1-0, having won in 1974. Then a bye week before taking on UCLA. The schools have played 6 times. It's 3-3 all time. 2005 Sun Bowl was the last meeting between the Wildcats and the Bruins. UCLA rolled 50-38. Then a non-conference game against Louisiana Monroe for the first meeting between the schools, and ULM finished 2024 at 5-7. Then Northwestern goes to Penn State to take on the Nittany Lions, who have defeated them 16 of 21 games since joining the Big Ten, and all those matchups that they faced all time were since Penn State has joined the Big Ten in 1993. Purdue lost all its games in the Big Ten, but they've got a new head coach, of course, in Barry Odom in 2025. But they did take Northwestern to overtime this past season. Northwestern goes to Nebraska to take on the Huskers on October 25th. And they trail this all-time series at 10-7. They trail the USC series 5-0 and last faced the Trojans and Keyshawn Johnson in the Rose Bowl in 1996. And they go to USC on November 8th, followed by dates at Wrigley Field against Michigan and Minnesota. They lost to the Wolverines 50-6 this past season and trailed the all-time series 60-15. Northwestern last defeated Michigan 2008 and have lost 8 straight in the series. They are 37-56 all-time against Minnesota and won the game in 2023. And they're 3-3 in the past 6 meetings against PJ Fleck's team. And then we go Northwestern at Illinois, of course. They always close out the season against one another. And the Wildcats played a good Illinois team, close, 38-28 this past season. And this series, all time, is extremely close, 58-55 Illinois. But Brett Bielema leads the series against the Wildcats at 3-1. We have to make note of this. Northwestern is not playing Duke for the first time in forever. They had played 6 consecutive seasons, and they had faced each other 8 straight times minus the COVID year. Northwestern not having a whole lot of luck with the Blue Devils losing 6 consecutive times, but I was kind of wondering what the deal was. This is the longest running non-conference series outside those SEC-ACC matchups, and Notre Dame taking on Navy and taking on USC, Northwestern and Duke, but they're not playing in 2025. Now let's match up Northwestern's 2025 Big Ten opponents against what they had to face in 2024. Highlighted last fall by dates against Ohio State, Iowa, Indiana, in particular also Washington, Wisconsin, and Maryland. Those teams went 29-25 in the Big Ten. So statistically, Northwestern will face a more difficult schedule in the Big Ten by 3 games this season as they replace those 6 schools with Oregon and Penn State, who of course advanced to the Big Ten championship game. Minnesota, USC, Nebraska, and UCLA. Those teams went 32-22 in the Big Ten in 2024. And Northwestern will face Illinois, of course. It's a set rivalry. Michigan and Purdue. Those are 3 schools that they faced in 2024. That is the challenge for David Braun and company, as of course that magic ran out from 2023 when he stepped into a horrible, horrendous situation and 1-11 football team to go 8-5 and win a bowl game against Utah, but it didn't last in 2024 as the Wildcats slumped to 4-8, 2-7 in the Big Ten. And we will see what the offseason looks like in terms of recruiting and portal additions for the Wildcats as they face the likes of Oregon, Penn State, and others in the Big Ten. Leave your comments and questions down below. Keep in mind that we've got a Big Ten live show every Monday, 9 Eastern, with Matt Zemek from Trojans Wire. It's one of our highlights here at the Voice of College Football. Again, Big Ten football talk every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at the Voice of College Football.